The arm that's in danger of being arm locked, we want to keep the thumb down. You always trying to retract?
No, I'm not always trying to retract, definitely not. I only retract on the pendulum.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to get my arm out if he grabs it. And I've got the reason we're doing the pendulum is to escape our bottom shoulder. It's our bottom shoulder that's pinned. So I think you were letting him connect his hands because he kept dumping you. And I don't think there's any way he could dump you without connecting his hands together. So if you let him connect the hands, you've got a whole different beast you're dealing with. When they know how to turn the chin, connect the shoulder, you know, so when you're doing the bridge and roll, don't burn any more energy than is necessary, right? So if Pete has me in the head and arm, there's a whole host of checks I do before I'm going to consider doing this, like a whole host of them, right? So if you have the arms, if he lets you connect the arms, the first thing is the chin goes, it's like I'm trying to put my forehead to the ground. Right, so pull your weight on me, Pete. So he's putting all his weight on me. I don't want to start lifting him when he's straining. I don't match him with straining. I change the position. And he starts going under. If he puts his weight on me now, this is going to be like the easiest bridge and roll in the world. But I'm going to stop him down there until I feel him push back. If he doesn't push back, then I just keep going. I just keep going. So I don't ever start bumping until everything is set how I want it. It's so important that this shoulder I get into the middle because it pushes him down. I'm pushing him with my shoulder, put his weight down there. So that's so you can burn a lot of energy going for bridge and rolls before it's not really set. And even if you sometimes get it, it takes so much energy to roll him over. You know, it's just not that efficient. I don't want to, over a 3-minute round of doing this, I don't want to be burning loads of energy in that. So anytime you get the arms together, shin down, shoulder in the middle, and we start walking all of this together. And if he at any point tries to, as I'm doing this, each part of this I'm doing, I have more and more posture ready to, to dump him. And it becomes easier and easier when I go. And my arms are connected, so he can't, the only danger I've got is in being on my diaphragm, which is why my shoulder goes to the middle first of all, so he can't put his weight up on me. Yeah. Any other questions on what we just did? So the thumb down's the first thing. The minute those hands get broken, thumb comes down. It's all the same thing when I'm trying to reach for his arm. So if I'm doing this with Stephen, because he's so big, I've still got to get everything right. So my thumb is coming, so imagine this is, so he's got his hand inside. So my first thing is this thumb's going down, right? And he'll start to push. So look, I'm still turning my chin and pushing my shoulder in because I want to try and get this arm through somewhere. So that now when he's pushing my arm down and I'm turning it, I've got 2 on it. Yeah? Now I just put my pendulum in. But it's still the same idea. Because look what happens to my arm in terms of range when I turn my chin down. Does everyone see that? It makes my arm longer, and it will need to be longer to get around like his barrel back. I need to be like this. If I just try and reach, and my posture, this is all open, I'm not going to be able to get very far. Versus, and now I can really kind of interfere with everything that's going on. And then now I'm just going to use his body to just pendulum and retract that out.
You were saying about the sort of setup, making sure everything's correct. In that situation, it's a big part of it. Your top arm has got to get inside his elbow. You've got to sort of be able to prevent that arm coming around. It's like you were hunting inside his elbow. Is that a big part of the setup as far as you're concerned? You see what I mean?
Well, big is like, in what step
Yeah.
is the order? Because if my thumb's up, it's not that big, because my arm's going to get broken.
The thumb down is a protective thing.
It's the first and biggest step on it.
Yeah.
And if he starts messing around with it, so I'm faffing around here as he does that,
Right.
I have to have the steps in order.
So
So to me, once the thumb's down, I've bought a little bit. In that moment that the thumb is down, I've bought some time.
Right.
Because I'm not that aware of much that he's got.
Okay.
The obvious things he's going to try and do is like that idea. He's going to try and use this to, use that to break. Use some, whatever it is you put under it, I think it's the legs in it. He's going to try and pop it, right?
Yeah.
Or he's going to bend it into an Americana. But either way, in order to get to the Americana, he needs it this way. He's not going to get, like, for an Americana, he's got to turn it, like, from here. That's a big, big turn.
Yeah.
Right? I think there's a Kimura there somewhere, but we can come on to that. But for now, the basic idea is I protect most obvious things. So I'm turning the thumb down.
Yeah.
And then in order to get my arm through with maximal range against assuming my partner's always bigger and stronger than me, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily be able to reach if I just turn it. It's this idea again. And doing this retracts this bottom arm.
Yeah.
Which is why I talk about chin to shoulder all the time.
Yeah, I've realised I wasn't doing that.
And now this has got distance. And now I can pendulum.
I was struggling to get around it because my chin wasn't here.
Yeah. Let's get a new partner. Pete go with Stephen. You guys mix it up. We'll do another 3 minutes. Let's go.